My name is Tom Jacobs. I'm an astrologer, medium, and channel. I'm on the web at TomJacobs.com. I spend a lot of time working on the end of the Mayan calendar, or 2012. My focus is on the individual experience, processing and adjusting to the energies that are changing. The Mayan calendar tracks the evolution of consciousness. I work with clients a lot in helping them adjust to these processes, and then I'm adjusting in my own way. I've had this idea to do a series of videos for, I guess, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 weeks now, and every time I want to do it, something comes up and it doesn't feel right to do it, but I need to do it. I feel this need to explain to you how I observe things that are happening, but also to share with you what I'm experiencing in case it's helpful to you. To my clients and students, and to those who read my blog or my articles, it's helpful. But as of a few weeks ago, we moved into this video format, which is new for me. So you're my new audience, or new audience potentially waiting on YouTube. So this is the first in a series of relatively brief videos about all of this stuff. The Mayan calendar is said to end in December of 2012, and according to some scholars that I trust, it's more like the end of October of 2011, and then there's, so to speak, an adjustment period till the end of 2012, when things kind of have a chance to settle and line up. So what we're experiencing now in the evolution of consciousness is that, well, maybe you've heard of the veils between worlds parting, veils between dimensions parting, and this is when you become aware of something through your higher self, or intuition, or psychic, or you see across time, you have premonitions, something like this. We talk about the veil being parted, where you see the truth of something, where you can accept the divine truth of how something is unfolding in your life. And what's actually happening now is that the veils are dissolving. And the evolution of consciousness, according to the Ascended Master Jehudi, is also known as Thoth, or Toth, or Toth, and Saint Germain and Merlin. Jehudi is his Egyptian name. It's Djehuty. And as I channel him and he talks about 2012 and the evolution of consciousness, what he's saying is, and I'm experiencing this myself, so I can attest that this is really what's happening, or at least what people have the opportunity to experience. And it is that we must become conscious of in what ways we have created our lives. The evolution of consciousness is that we become aware of ourselves as divine creative beings. What that means is, because that's great, right? That's great. Sure, we can do that. That sounds perfect. Sounds like a good time. But what that actually means is becoming aware of why you've had all the experiences you've had. And in practical terms, what that means is that you re-experience things you don't understand from your past. Clients that I work with, people in my personal life, me, we're experiencing this. I don't know how many people are really experiencing this, because obviously the work that I do as a channel and a medium and a karmic astrologer is going to draw people to me who are experiencing similar things, just law of attraction vibrationally. But the opportunity to evolve consciousness by becoming aware of why you've created everything you've created. Now, we talk about something that is unresolved or unprocessed from the past. We're talking about healing. But there's a new paradigm of healing that Jehudi offers through me. And it is that your energy field, when you're having a situation where you think you're injured, or you're pained, or you're traumatized, it's actually a knot in your energy field. Well, healing is in resolving the knots. And it's either a knot, a block, or a bruise, but in your energy field. And so healing is actually allowing these knots to come to the surface, these knots, blocks, and bruises, so that they can become resolved. We have to let go of identities we carry about being wounded or hurt or weak or disempowered. But there's the opportunity to heal something by adapting to the truth of why you've experienced it, plus why you have created it. So just kind of digest that for a second. Hit the pause button if you want, because I want you to really grasp the idea that what's unresolved from the past is deep pain. So if you know anything about astrology, I'll tell you that I have a South Node in Cancer, my moon is conjunct Neptune and Mercury, and I have a Scorpio sun, and so I have, and my Pluto and my Venus are in the 12th. So I have kind of a tendency towards feeling deeply, and I use that, my capacity to feel deeply on my own behalf, I use that with my clients, and it's good. But when left to my own devices, it's just intense. There's a lot of intense feeling about most things that are going on. And I've made it an 8-year practice to get grounded and be stable and stay in my body and work with energy and be connected to the earth. And so it's not out of control. It's not a problem. But I do feel very intensely. So I want to do this series of videos to teach you, or to offer you these insights, and yet I've been in my own process, pretty much on a daily basis, of having things from the past come up that are unresolved, that need healing, which means they need to be released. But I cannot, the way that I work as a Scorpio, I cannot release something until I understand it. And I use this joke sometimes when I teach, that I've been told many times when I'm frustrated about something to just pray it out or meditate it out. I can't do that. Some people, maybe they can do that, and that's great. If you're one of those people, that's perfect for you. But so this intense feeling, having to process it, which means having to feel it, which means having to stay present with something from the past. And in my own experience, I'll share with you that what's one of the big things that's going on is I'm grieving the loss of partners, whether spouses or lovers from other lives. And if you know about karmic astrology, you can look at Pluto, Venus, and Libra together in the 12th house, and you can see some of that in there. Pluto does in part represent our deep wounding, our deepest wounding that we carry, and Venus is about relationships, and these two are in the 12th house, which can be thought of as loss. And so that's really coming up for me right now. And even this morning, I slept maybe 3.5 hours or something, and then I woke up just filled with this grief. And I have a stone. It's called Tiger Iron, and it's a combination of hematite. You can see it's a combination of hematite, which is the gray, the darker, and red jasper, which is the maroon kind of red deal, and then gold tiger eye. And I use this to ground because each of these stones correlates or fits with one of the lower chakras. Think about the colors if you know about the chakra system. Basically black, red, and gold. 1, 2, 3. The chakras, 1, 2, 3. So I use that to ground, and that keeps me in my body so that I can stay with the feeling. I don't feel like I have to escape in any way for any reason. So I'm with these feelings, and I wake up with this grief. And right now I do have a partner, and she lives with me. And I've been with her in other lives where I lose her. And so I'm having this process of feeling what it's like for her to die. So I didn't want to tell her about this because I wasn't sure if it would sound like I was thinking I was predicting her demise or something, but it's not that at all. It's not fear that she would die. It's the memory of the fact that when her soul leaves her body, I can't hold her anymore. So this is just a little bit of my process, a little personal, but I think it's really important to tell you, to share, to offer. Part of my experience. That's not all of it. But part of my experience with that topic. And what I suggest is that you become willing to feel what you're feeling and to allow things to come up. If you do that, and you're willing to stay with it, stay in your body, and stay conscious of what's exactly happening, you have the opportunity to put words to parts of you that don't usually come to the surface and certainly never speak. So for example, when I have this feeling of fearing loss, what I've just said to you is behind it. Losing partners, losing loved ones, feeling that, feeling the absence because the person is not in physical form. So I have a lot in this life to learn about the spiritual truth of things, and I am, but I do have to heal this from the past. And knowing that people never die, etc., all this stuff. But normally how it works is the fear comes up and I do something to avoid having to deal with it. And for a lot of people, that's just our normal MO because we're not always sure what to do with intense feelings. We're not sure what to do with our pain and our grief. So I suggest that you feel it and give voice to the parts of you that are coming up. Because if I do something to escape it, or I put it away, this part, this voice, then I forfeit the opportunity to understand what it needs. I can see that I need to do a series of these videos because there's so many things I want to explain about this. So I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching. In my sleep-deprived, I don't know if you can see how tired I am, my sleep-deprived, unshaven, dirty hair, had to wear a hat to go on camera. I actually didn't want to do it because I looked in the mirror and I thought, man, I look like shit. I don't want to do. But these need to get made. I need to communicate some of these things, and I think that that must mean that there are some people who are who might be helped, might find it useful. I hope you found it useful. Stay tuned for more videos of different kinds. My name is Tom Jacobs, and I'm on the web at tdjacobs.com. Thanks for watching.